Hi everyone, today we're going to test a forward proxy with Spirent Avalanche and Spirent Network Emulator. On the left side of the screen we have Avalanche emulated users. There's a single emulated user on port 1 that is configured to use this explicit proxy at 10.102.0.1. There's a single user on port 2 but it is not configured to use the proxy. The user on port 1 and the user on port 2 are configured to continually download the exact same file from the Avalanche emulated server at 10.103.0.2. User 1 should see a huge performance increase because the file will get cached locally after it's downloaded the first time. User 2 has to download the file from the internet every time. The proxy is a virtual machine on a host with only one Ethernet interface, so I'm using VLAN 2 for the LAN side traffic and VLAN 3 for the WAN side traffic. I'm going to use the Spirent Network Emulator to add 30 milliseconds of round-trip delay to VLAN 3 to emulate the delay from the WAN port to the emulated web server. In the Avalanche configuration, row 1 shows the configuration for user 1 and row 2 shows the configuration for user 2. User 1 is configured to use the profile name proxy on port 1. User 2 is configured to use the profile name default on port 2. The profile name default is not configured to use the proxy. The profile name proxy is configured to use the proxy server at 10.102.0.1. This is the Spirent Network Emulator user interface. I am using the VLAN filter so we can add delay to VLAN 3 without affecting any of the other traffic. In the direction from the client to the server, I put 15 milliseconds of delay for all of the packets in VLAN 3. In the direction from the server to the client, I also added 15 milliseconds of delay to the VLAN 3 traffic. The LAN traffic on VLAN 2 is not being affected. This is the Avalanche runtime results window. In the bottom left, we can see the two simulated users. On the top left, we can see that user 1 is downloading at a rate of more than 300 megabits per second. User 2 is only downloading at 8 megabits per second. The top right shows the HTTP response time. The user on port 1 is downloading the 5 megabyte file every 2 milliseconds. User 2 is taking close to 5 full seconds to download the same 5 megabyte file. The window on the bottom right shows the TCP response time. This graph is tracking TCP time to SYNAC. The TCP time to SYNAC is a measure of the time it takes for the client to send the send packet to start the TCP connection until it receives the SYNAC from the server. It is at least one round trip time. TCP time to SYNAC for the user on port 2 is 30 milliseconds because of the delay we added with the Spirent Network Emulator. User 1 is less than half of a millisecond because the file is being cached locally. That's it for today's video. I was able to hit my goal of squeezing this topic into a 5-minute video. It's actually under 4 minutes. Pretty good. Please remember to hit the like and the subscribe, and thanks for watching.